99 cents. So definitely not going to break the bank. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. The little texturing on the jimping area here is pretty nice. Let's take that off. Yeah, it's about as sharp as what you would expect it to be. Now, I do not know if this is full tang. I'm not sure. I can't tell. We may have to tear this apart and see, depending. I mean, it feels like it's full tang, but I don't know. It's kind of flexing. Can you guys see that? But I mean, again, this was $8. So what do you, you know, realistically, what do you expect? But let's see what the tang width is here. And so we're at 0.107 inches. So it's not even a quarter. So it's pretty thin, but we'll see what it does. It does come with an injection molded, it looks like, sheath. Now, is this going to be worth anything? It does actually hold the knife in. The last few of these Ozark Trail knives that I've got, they would not hold the knife in. So that's an improvement. So yeah, it actually does kind of lock in. So that's kind of nice. That's a good improvement over some of the other ones. And then a little belt clip there on the side. So again, knife and sheath for less than $8. I do like the thumb placement there to kind of help get the knife out of the sheath. That's kind of nice. But here's a piece of paper. This ought to go well. Yeah, that's about what you'd expect. Yeah. So it's definitely not at all sharp. So, yeah, I mean, it'll cut through that higher cardboard fairly well, but still, though, it could definitely be better. But nonetheless, it was $8. So let's move outside here, and we'll put it through a few tests here and just kind of see how it does, guys. All right, guys, so I do apologize about the wind. We've got a cold front moving in here, and it's decided to move in a little earlier than I thought, so I do apologize for that. However, we've got our test board here set up. We've got a few different items that we're going to bludgeon and try and cut and pry and see what we can put this little Ozark Trail fixed blade through. So first up, here's just a 2x4. So just going to kind of gouge into that and just kind of pry a little bit. And yes, I am wearing safety glasses, so let's just kind of see. So far, so good. It is prying. Let's see if we get any deformation on the tip of that blade or not, or if it's going to stay pointed or not. Here, a few more here, and then we'll take a close-up look at it and just kind of see. So a lot of these knives, especially these cheaper ones, the tips of them are pretty weak, but I mean, again, this knife was $8, so I mean, really, to be honest with you, what do you expect? But for the most part, they have done pretty well. They have not cracked, but they have bent. All right, so after that, let me get a close-up of the blade here, let you all see that. So it bent it a little bit. The overall blade, I don't think bent. However, the tip is a little bit curved now, but not too bad considering. So let's move to some Schedule 40 PVC here. So we'll just cut some of this kind of baton style. Something to kind of really make that blade hate life. So we did cut that. And here's some copper tubing. cut that in a few different places on this blade. A few different times. Yeah, it's definitely having a tough time with that copper. But as I mentioned, out of the package, it really wasn't that sharp. So let's take and, all right, so it did make one cut and then quite a few dents. There we go. So now just some 2x6 here that I've kind of ripped down. So let's see if we can get some cuts into this as far as chop wise. So not too bad there. It's cutting a little bit better, obviously, on that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Take a look at that blade here and see how it looks after the fact. See if we got any deformation on the spine of that knife. And it did cut through it. So nonetheless, it did cut through all that stuff. And let me go grab a block of wood here, and we'll baton some kindling off that and see how that does. But the blade itself, I mean, it did hold up, so there's no chipping on it from that copper tubing, which that's pretty impressive. So you could put an edge back on this knife. Let me reposition the camera, go grab that block of wood. We'll do some batoning with that, making some kindling, and then we'll get some final thoughts on our Ozark Trail fixed blade here. All right, so we got us some piece of wood here. Let's see if we can knock some kindling off of it, kind of baton style, and just see. Yeah, it's not liking that. There it goes. There's a little bit there. Try another one. Not bad. So as you guys know, batoning is pretty tough on the spine of your knives. So if it can take this without really deforming the knife, it's not bad. Get some prying action in there. See if we can really fatigue that steel. So far so good anyway. Let's try a couple more here. Let's go from the back side. Oh my. Broke my rod there. I know that's two words you never want to, or three words you never want to put together. But nonetheless, I mean, it does seem to be holding up. So the finish, of course, wearing pretty good, but the blade surface itself, let me see if I can get the camera to focus a little bit better in on that. The blade surface itself is not deformed, which a couple of the older ones that I did of the Ozark Trail fixed blades, they did have some chipping from whenever I was beating it to death on the test board there with some of the other materials. So that's good to see. Not really too much of a fan of that blade style, but overall it seems to be okay. Again, $8, get you a nice tackle box knife here, maybe something to throw on your tractor or your side-by-side or something to that effect. Put it underneath the seat of your truck, toolbox. So I think you could do a lot worse for a lot more money. But heck, $20 gets you, what, 3 of these things? Thereabouts. So that could outfit quite a few different systems. So definitely take a look at them. Like I said, they are on the shelves at Walmart now. It's got that, it's got kind of a texturing to it. It's almost like a rubber overmold. So if you were using this in wetter conditions, you could get a nice grip on that handle. So that's a nice feature. I do like that. The handle does feel really good in the hand. So definitely check them out, guys. $8, I don't think you could go wrong. But if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. As always, shoot straight. Later.